Princess Queen had ruled the Star Kingdom for over 20 cycles. She was wise. She was strong. She was feared by enemies and loved by her people. Yet there was one thing that filled her heart with quiet dread. A prophecy. It was written in the ancient crystal tablets, glowing with blue light. When the stars align and the throne stands alone, the queen shall bind her fate to a child of earth. A human shall be her mate, and through him the kingdom shall survive. From the day she became queen, had known this prophecy, and from that day she had feared it. Humans were weak. They had no natural shields, no psychic abilities, no hardened scales. They were fragile. At least that was what her people believed. And so did she. A queen's fear. Every night stood alone on her balcony, looking at the endless stars. Her silver wings shimmered softly in the light of distant suns. Her long hair, pale blue like moonlight, moved gently in the space wind. She whispered to herself, "Why a human? Why not one of my own kind? Why must fate be so cruel?" She had seen reports. Humans fought with crude metal. They aged quickly. They broke easily. How could such a being stand beside her? How could he protect her? How could he protect the kingdom? "I cannot love someone I must always fear losing," she once told her advisor, Elder. The old alien bowed his head. "Your Majesty," he said gently, "fate does not choose weakness. It chooses what the universe needs." She did not answer. In her heart, she still feared the future. The coming war. 3 cycles later, danger arrived. From beyond the dark nebula came the Ravagers, a species of living weapons. Cold, merciless, unstoppable. They destroyed planets. They enslaved survivors. They fed on fear. Their fleet appeared near borders like a storm of black shadows. Alarms filled the palace. Red lights flashed. Generals rushed into the throne room. "Your Majesty," one shouted, "the Ravagers have crossed the outer line." "Our shields won't hold more than 3 days," another cried. Stood from her throne. Her wings spread wide. Her voice was calm but heavy. "Prepare all defenses," she said. "Evacuate civilians. Send distress signals to allied systems." But a commander hesitated. "No one is close enough to help us in time." Silence filled the room. Everyone understood. They might be alone. That night returned to her chamber. She looked again at the prophecy, and for the first time she whispered, "Universe, if you have chosen a human for me, then where is he?" A man from Earth. Far away, on a small blue planet called Earth, a man named Daniel was finishing his work shift. He was 28 years old. An engineer. Quiet. Kind. He worked at a private space research facility. Not famous. Not rich. Not special. At least that's what he thought. That night he was asked to inspect a strange object found in deep space. A crystal pod. Floating alone. No markings. No origin. As Daniel touched it, light exploded around him. His body froze. His vision turned white. And then, silence. First meeting. Felt it before anyone else. A surge of cosmic energy rippled through the palace. Sensors screamed. Guards rushed in. "An unknown object has appeared in the teleport chamber," they reported. She hurried there. Inside the chamber, light faded, and a human lay on the floor. Unconscious. Breathing. Alive. Small. Fragile. Wearing strange cloth. Daniel slowly opened his eyes. He saw tall beings around him. Blue skin. Glowing eyes. wings, and in front of him, a woman who looked like a living star. Their eyes met. Time seemed to stop. Her heart trembled. The crystal tablets in the palace began to glow. The prophecy had awakened. Elder whispered in shock. It is him, the human mate. Fear and distance. Daniel was confused. Terrified. He thought he was dreaming. But days passed, and he was still there. They explained everything. The galaxy, the war, the prophecy, and her. She spoke to him politely, formally, coldly. She kept a distance. She never touched him, never smiled, never showed emotion. Daniel noticed. One day he asked quietly, "Did I do something wrong?" She looked away. "No," she said, "you did nothing." "Then why do you look at me like I'm already gone?" Her chest tightened. She answered honestly, "Because humans die easily." The words hurt him, but he did not get angry. Instead, he said softly, "I know I'm not strong like you, but I didn't ask to be here either. I just want to help." Something changed in her eyes. Just a little. The battle begins. 2 days later, the Ravagers attacked. Space burned. Explosions lit the sky. Defense stations fell one by one. Enemy ships broke through. Palace shields weakened. Inside the command center, chaos ruled. "We're losing Sector 4. Our fleet is retreating. They're heading for the capital." Clenched her fists. "This is not enough," she whispered. Daniel stood nearby, watching screens. He studied the enemy patterns. Their movement. Their timing. Their signals. Suddenly he spoke. "Your Majesty, may I say something?" Everyone turned. She nodded. "Yes. I think their ships are linked," he said. "Like a network, one main signal controls many of them." Silence. A technician checked. Then gasped. "He's right." Daniel continued. "If we hit that central signal, their formation will collapse." Generals stared at him. "How did you see that?" one asked. Daniel shrugged. "I'm an engineer. Patterns are kind of my thing." Hope ignited. A plan was made. But it was dangerous. Someone had to guide a strike ship directly into enemy territory. Through heavy fire. Almost a suicide mission. Before anyone could speak, Daniel stepped forward. "I'll do it." Froze. "No." He looked at her. "Please." "You will die," she said. "Maybe," he replied, "but if I don't go, many more will." Her voice shook. "You are not a soldier." "I'm your mate," he said quietly, "even if you don't accept it yet." Her heart broke. A choice of love. Minutes later, Daniel sat in a small strike craft. Engines ready. Weapons armed. Entered the hangar. She walked slowly toward him. For the first time, her eyes were wet. "Daniel," she whispered. He smiled. "Nervous." "Yes," she admitted. "I've commanded millions, faced monsters, led wars, but losing you scares me more than anything." He reached out. Carefully. She did not pull away. He held her hand. Warm. Human. Real. "You won't lose me," he said. "Not today." She leaned forward. Touched her forehead to his. A royal gesture of bonding. "I believe in you," she said. And meant it. The human's courage. Daniel launched. Enemy fire filled space. Explosions shook his craft. Warning alarms screamed. His hands trembled. But he did not turn back. He remembered Earth, his family, his simple life, and hers. He pushed forward, through smoke, through fire, through fear. Finally, he reached the core signal ship. Target locked. Now, he whispered. He fired everything. Light swallowed the screen. Victory and silence. In the command center, everyone held their breath. Enemy ships began to lose control. Crashing, colliding, retreating. The Ravager fleet fell apart. Cheers erupted. We won. They're fleeing. But did not smile. She stared at one screen. Searching. Daniel, she whispered. Debris floated. Smoke cleared. Then, a damaged craft appeared. Barely moving. Alive. Signal detected, a technician shouted. It's him. A new beginning. Daniel survived. Injured. Exhausted. But alive. When he woke in the medical chamber, was there. Holding his hand. Crying. She did not hide it. You foolish human, she said softly. Do you know how much pain you caused me? He smiled weakly. Guess that means you care. She laughed through tears. Yes, she said, more than I ever allowed myself to. Weeks later, the kingdom celebrated. The war was over. Peace returned. And on a floating platform beneath the stars, the queen made an announcement. I once feared a human mate, said to her people. I thought humans were weak. She looked at Daniel. I was wrong. Humans are brave. They love deeply. They stand when others fall. She took his hand. This man saved my kingdom. And he saved my heart. The crowd cheered. The power of humanity. Years later, stories were told across the galaxy about a fragile species that had no scales, no wings, no magic. Yet they had something stronger. Courage, compassion, hope, and love. Princess Queen never feared the prophecy again, because she learned the truth. Humanity was not weak. Humanity was unstoppable when it chose to protect what it loved. And beside her human mate, she ruled not with fear, but with faith in the future.